Welcome, Baldi sir. Welcome in BRN COP.
Welcome to our fourth ARP month of COVID-19 outbreak crisis opportunity higher education organized by I appreciate your welcome to all for this week at DP. Today we are having two technical sessions, one with Dr. Ashish Bali, Professor, Department of Pharmaceutical Science and Technology, Maharaja Ranjit Singh Punjab Technical University, India. Another session with the Professor Amit Goyal, Head Department of Pharmacy, Central University, Rajasthan, Ajmer. Now introduced to Dr. Ashish Bali, sir. He is presently working of the Professor Department of Pharmaceutical Science and Technology, Maharaja Ranjit Singh Punjab Technical University, Bhatinda. He is the proud member of BRNCOP family as the student, teachers and the principal. With over the 17 years of the experience, 3 patents to design application, ed books and the 4 special issue, over 120 national and international publications, 14 books, chapters, 45 invited lectures, and several population articles, more than 160 papers and at conference and seminars in India and abroad. And the several best paper awarded of his credit, he is in active research in various facts of the pharmaceutical science and biotechnology. Presently, he is supervising the 6 research projects generated by the various government agencies like the Ministry of Ayush Department, ICSSR, ICMAR, and FITM, etc. Worth about the 1.25 crore, and he had completed 13 major and minor research projects and transferred the 2 technical technologies of the leading pharmaceutical industries. He had been honored with the Shiksha Bharati Award in 2010 for this excellent contribution in the field of education. Presently, he is also fellow and life member of the more than 10 scientific society worldwide. He is also serving as vice president of Association of the Pharmacy Teacher of India, Punjab State Branch, and the advisory and editorial board member in the more than 20 journals of high impact. Now, I would like to invite our guest speaker and to share his ideas on topic technical education in the post-COVID era, mantras to turn odds into possibilities. Now I hand over to screen to Mr. Ashish Baldi, sir.
Welcome once again, sir.
Welcome, sir. Thank you. So, dear Dr. Amit Jain, Principal BR Nata College of Pharmacy, and my dear friend, classmate, roommate, and Dr. Amit, I want to share that this is 20th year of our friendship, and definitely it will grow lifelong.
Bilkul, sir.
So,
Bilkul.
thank you for inviting me to BRNCP family again. It has been wonderful association with BRNCP, and I
You are
spent
the proud member of BRN COP, sir.
yes, and I spent most wonderful years of my life at BRNCP as a student of first batch of B Form, and then as a teacher, and then principal MIP. And today I will take this opportunity to be back in BRNCP family after a time period of around 12 years. So thank you so much for bringing all the memories down the brain. And I owe every success of mine as far as whatsoever I have achieved to BRNCP, then Dr. Shailendra Saraf for being mentor, and Shri Narenji Nahata for all his support during the initial years. So with this thought, I would like to present my views on technical education in post-COVID era, mantras to turn odds into possibility. Now everyone is talking about COVID and its impact. We know that the technical education sector has declined after limitation in the interest of the student in especially in engineering. Although pharmacy is on rise after since last 4 5 years, but decline in interest in engineering has resulted a big impact on technical education. Secondly, after the COVID lockdown and everything, everybody is in suspect that how we can survive in this particular academic year, and that's why my presentation will cover all the practical solutions to these particular problems related to technical education, related to private colleges, and we will cover global and local perspective of world of education, impact of corona on education sector, with advantage how we can turn these odds into advantage to technical education, how we can have practical solutions to make our campus corona free, and that will be a major part of the presentation. Some operational recommendations for developing our own campus as safe and secure as far as corona is concerned, and some suggestive educational reforms. So, dear friends, if we talk about education globally, there is around 1.6 billion students going to schools in the world. And as far as India is concerned, there are around 290 million students goes to school. We have infrastructure to support more than 1.3 million schools, more than 900 universities, and more than 50,000 higher educational institute, including technical education institute. And as far as I talk about the potential of technical education institute, with 25% of enrollment ratio, around 4 million student every year study in technical education. So that is around 10% of the student worldwide who are studying in higher education. As far as private sector is concerned, 77% of the colleges are private in technical education sector in India, and we are catering around 67% of the student by these private universities or private educational institute. What is challenge? What is a challenge is every 5% only students who joined higher education is coming to technical education. That means if we convert 5% more student towards technical education rather than higher education, I think all vacant seat can be filled easily. And here I want to emphasize that declaring and developing your campus as corona free campus can be the key for this particular advantage. What is the impact of COVID-19? Dear friends, let me tell you very frankly, as we all have experienced, that it has resulted in break in continuity. It has resulted in abrupt closure. We were not prepared for online learning, sudden shifting of students to hometown without pre-planning. And then there are so many issues with digitalization, problem of internet connectivity at distance places, and also this has affected paying capacity of parents drastically. So, in that way, one point to ponder upon is that Technical Education Institute must relax their fee structure, or at least the pattern of fee collection from the parents this year. On positive note, there is a decrease in migration of overseas student, and obviously 70% of students who want to opt for international education are not going to abroad, and this will improve the demand supply ratio in favor of our own Indian institutions. Yes, there is a requirement of forced rethinking. It's a challenging time. We have to reinvent ourselves. We have to change the strategies for mission admission, redefine the training and placement strategies among the lockdown period, and this can be a golden opportunity as far as education sector, specifically technical education sector, is concerned. As I told you that yes, impact is quite major, but dear friends, I want to tell that मुश्किलें कोई आन पड़े तो घबराने से क्या होगा, जीने की तरकीब निकालो दोस्तों, मर जाने से क्या होगा. So that's why in this particular presentation, I will talk about the positive aspects, how we can turn the COVID disadvantage into advantage for technical education. And that's why we are here today for this particular lecture. As far as I talked about, first positive point is global migration of the student from India to abroad. You will be amazed to see the fact that around 52 lakh student every year goes to abroad for education, and most preferably technical education after 12th uh, schooling. And they go for US, Canada, Australia, UK, New Zealand as preferred destination. But as per a recent survey, due to Corona problem, 7 out of 10 of these particular students have dropped their idea this year to go to Canada or US or UK or New Zealand as a global migrant for education. That means what? That means that 36 lakh more students after 12th are available in India to explore for admissions in higher education or technical education. And it is my purview that more than 1 lakh additional students are available in Madhya Pradesh only for admission in 2020. So there is a huge potential to revive. As far as technical education is concerned, these particular students can be tapped for admission, and proper strategy has to be implemented to explore these students. So how we can turn challenges into opportunity? Yes, we have to turn challenges into opportunity. कहते हैं कि अंत नहीं, ये तो नया आगाज है दोस्तों, ठान लो तो जीत और मान लो तो हार है दोस्तों. So if we think that COVID is impacting us negatively, we cannot get admissions in this scenario, we cannot get better opportunities, we are wrong. We have to fight, because सफलता एक दिन में नहीं मिलती, मगर ठान लो तो एक दिन जरूर मिलती है. And if we can turn the table around for COVID challenge, we can turn it into opportunity. So dear friends, in today's lecture, I will target some viewpoints about how to target mission admission, as well as how to make our campus corona free, so that we can fetch maximum of the students. And the presentation will cover targeted tapping of students, the strategies, corona free campus, the practical solutions, education reforms, how we can implement, and inclusive efforts, the need of the hour. As far as targeting of students is concerned, we have to brand our own campus as corona free campus, and how we will make it, I will let you know in the next portion of the presentation. We have to develop safe and student friendly system, and we have to also popularize it among the students so that they and their parents can feel safe about the corona perspective in the campus. We all, as a private technical institution or university, offering various scholarship. So why we cannot offer scholarship in the name of corona, especially to the people who are fighting for us, especially for the people of corona warriors who are fighting for us, their children's, their wards, we can give a special scholarship to them in name of corona. Clarity of future is very important. Clarity of future is important in terms of that whether the disease, if it spreads like this, whether we are going to adopt the online classes or offline classes, in what condition we will adopt the online classes, in what condition we will adopt the offline classes. This clarity should be there to students right now, because this ambiguity in their mind will make them to decide whether they will opt for technical education courses or not. And then mindful marketing is very much essential. Now this is not door to door, now this is brain to brain. Therefore the mindful marketing by social media, by WhatsApp, by Facebook, by YouTube, these kind of strategies we need to implement for this particular year. And we have to innovate our learning resources also. We have to innovate our learning resources in terms of that, yes, this is not the time for chalkboard learning now. This is a time of mixed blended learning, and how we can go ahead, I will talk in the next session of the presentation. So dear friends, let us start with the blended learning part. Yes, we as a student and we as a teacher feel that the education should be the best part in life, because as a teacher, अगर हम अच्छा पढ़ाएंगे तो रोजी रोटी पाएंगे, नहीं तो घर बैठ जाएंगे. Yes, I am very blunt on this, but this is the truth. If teacher translate the education to the brain of the student, to develop the student, then only there is a meaning of quality education. And therefore, we have to transform our education from century-old chalk talk method to blended learning mode for effective content delivery. We have to innovate ourselves for teaching learning methods. And how we can do this thing? This is very practical solution from me, that as far as MP is concerned, I suppose around 140 pharmacy colleges are there. And if we talk about 4 years of B Pharm and M Pharm including, so 4 year of B Pharm has around 6 subject per semester, and that means around 30 chapters for each subject. So that is around 180 chapters available in whole B Pharm syllabus to be studied throughout this particular semester. And 180 colleges are there. So why can't every teacher takes the responsibility of developing online content for one particular chapter only, up to their best potential? And I urge Mansoor University and Dr. Amit Jain to take this initiative to open a particular cloud space server, so that all teachers of MP who can contribute to learning material, online learning material, can contribute to Mansoor University portal, and that can be available to everybody, every pharmacy college. And this practice can be implemented at national level also. There are so many best teachers available. Why can't we approach them for the best of the online content? They deliver a lecture, and our teacher at the classroom or our teacher at the online portal will elaborate it, will address the problem of the students, and this will reduce our workload. So only one faculty, one chapter and two practicals, that is the requirement for this consortium of best online content. And I know this particular institute is a legacy of excellence since last 1995. And I know particularly very best teachers, Dr. Amit Jain, Dr. Bhargav, Dr. Vishal, Dr. Trivedi, Dr. Sanjay Jain, and Dr. Naveen Chaudhary. They are they have so much potential कि अगर वो चाहें तो जब एक कॉलेज में आपको इतने अच्छे फैकल्टी मिल सकती हैं, तो मेरी चैलेंज तो सिर्फ एक कॉलेज में एक फैकल्टी के लिए एक चैप्टर और 2 प्रैक्टिकल का ऑनलाइन कंटेंट डिलीवर करना है. Yes, we can do this. Or for teachers, I want to say that they are the most hardworking fraternity as far as in post-COVID era, we can say that yes, doctors, pharmacists, and policemen, administrative officials, they have contributed. In my opinion, teachers also have contributed like anything, and that's why I want to say that हर रोज गिरकर भी मुकम्मल खड़े हैं. ये जिंदगी देख हम शिक्षकों के हौसले खुद से भी बड़े हैं. So these are the consortium of best teacher. They can develop best content in alignment of MOOC, Swayam, Diksha portal, government portals, online platforms. They have also the course contents, and we can develop it. We can strengthen the ICT resources. And here, teachers, every institute, every university now has online learning, flipped learning, or blended learning platforms like Zoom and all other platforms. We are using StreamYard, and that is more beneficial. If a teacher feels that he has to deliver the most, then only he will deliver the most. और इसलिए मैं कहता हूं कि टीचर्स के लिए कि जाने कितनी उड़ान बाकी है, इन परिंदों में अभी बहुत जान बाकी है. And dear friends, as a teacher, it is our responsibility. You have the power of transforming the future. You can make it or break it. You can change life of not only students but their families also. मैं अपना खुद का एग्जांपल लेता हूं. मंदसौर से 100 किलोमीटर दूर रतनगढ़ जैसे एक छोटे गांव से, जहां 10,000 पॉपुलेशन है, उसके गवर्नमेंट स्कूल से लड़का पढ़ने के लिए बी आर नाटा कॉलेज ऑफ फार्मेसी आता है. और वहां जो टीचर्स हैं, डॉक्टर शैलेंद्र सराफ, डॉक्टर अजय सचान, डॉक्टर हेमंत जोशी, डॉक्टर सुरेंद्र जैन, और भी कई टीचर्स हैं. इन लोगों ने जिस तरह से हमारी लाइफ्स को बदला है, तो हम क्यों नहीं अपने स्टूडेंट की लाइफ एजुकेशन के माध्यम से, बाय थ्रू एजुकेशन, व्हाई वी कैन नॉट चेंज. कौन कहता है कि रोशनी चिरागों से ही होती है? हमने तो शिक्षकों को ज्ञान से घर रोशन करते देखा है. सो इट इज our responsibility as a teacher that we have to deliver the best of education content to the student. And if we can do that, we can retain maximum of the students to technical education, to pharmacy, to engineering. And why not? We can do it. Yes, we can do it. So dear friends, then the second challenge is how to convert our campus to corona free campus. And there are practical solutions coming up in the presentation about building sanitation and disinfection procedure, practical approach for student facilities, how we can adopt for declaring it safe, suggestive functioning methodologies, and additional facility creation. And I know that there is always a limitation of uh, or a constraint of financial resources, and therefore I have made this presentation in such a way that we can do this corona free campus within an expenditure of around 50 to 75,000 only. So as far as these practices are concerned, let me come to one by one to the practices. What we can adopt? Yes, we can adopt daily screening at entry and exit. Thermal scanners, very cheap, around 1200 to 1500 can be employed there. All students should be scanned by thermal scanners based on IR. Mass sanitization kit can be made available to students, and social distancing at the point of entry and exit must be followed. Walk-through spray tunnel, we will discuss later on, can be used for materials who are coming from outside. We can regulate movement of outsiders so that if any contact history has to be traced, we can trace it immediately in case of corona infection. Student stress counseling, AICT, UGC, all institutions have asked us that we have to open a grievance redressal cell, especially for corona. And therefore, every institution has this. Regular interaction and stress counseling should be done by an expert doctor. Regular checkup and checkup has to be done by a doctor at the campus. I know at the Mansoor University campus, plenty of doctors available within the campus, so they can do this easily. And then we have to have initial quarantine and isolation facility at hostel. And for initial 14 days, we can quarantine all the students who are coming to campus. And during these 14 days, we should have sensitization workshop and awareness sessions for the students. And apart from this, if for any outbreak condition, we have to have earmarked isolation center for branding purpose also. So these are the practices we can adopt easily for making general practices as far as corona-free campus is concerned. And therefore, if we come to next, what about general hygiene practices? General hygiene practices, we have to follow regular disinfection. Every institute is already doing mopping with phenyl or some other. So you need to change some solutions, but you can have a different regular disinfection. Sanitization tunnel at the entry and head wash facilities. How to develop it, I will tell you in the next session. Personalized mask and sanitation kits can be provided. Now masks are printed with the logo of the institute, and we can deliver it for the best of the student. They can have it. This can be made available within the campus. And guidance document and awareness messages to be displayed at every point in the college so that students can be made aware. Dear friends, we have heard that if सावधानी हटी दुर्घटना घटी. So that's why बचाव is the only way from corona to get prevent from corona. As far as social distancing is concerned, I would say that घर जीना है तो अभी कुछ दूरी जरूरी है, कुछ दिन के लिए ही सही, पर ये मजबूरी जरूरी है. Social distancing had to be followed at every point of time, at every point of campus. Clear marking of safe distance, even from permanent distemper or color, can be marked with a 1 meter distance. Hostel allotment should be 2 rooms, 2 students per room is ideal. Strict disinfection routine has to be followed, and regular wiping of frequently touch areas like gates and mess facility. Different timings for students can be allocated. Hygiene practices for preparation and washing areas. Intermittent disinfection cycles. Now mobilized UV based disinfection can be used for mess and buses for transportation. We have to open up limited instructional areas. We have to identify exclusive classrooms for individual class in order to avoid any cross interaction. Limited area to particular wing to be open, and remaining area should be closed so that no direct exposure to rest of the area comes, and minimum labs for each class by rearrangement as per their practical needs. So this we need to do. And obviously implementation of mask as a compulsory mask and sanitization kit as a compulsory add-on, we have to introduce this particular this particular practice. As far as mask is concerned, I want to say that कोई तो जुर्म था जिसमें हम सभी शामिल थे, तभी तो हर शख्स आज मुंह छुपाए बैठा है. जी हाँ, हमें मुंह छुपा के बैठना पड़ेगा, हमें मास्क लगाना पड़ेगा, and that has to be made compulsory in campuses as far as interaction with the students in classes or labs are concerned. As far as office sitting is concerned, we have to maintain social distancing of 1 meter. So we have to rearrange the setting of the office and contact area to be covered by glass partition so that air droplets cannot commute to the other patient who is sitting in the office. And we have to define student interaction time class wise. For example, for class first year, this 1 hour particularly is defined so that there is no overcrowding at the offices at the account section, and social distancing marking can be made there. Regular hand sanitization by staff involved, and break of half an hour in every 2 hours so that you can disinfect the office and accounts area by UV lights. How we can do this? There are very low cost means of safety. Thermal sensors for temperature. Then the touchless dispenser you can develop at your own college. The UV trunk you can or even the documents also. Instead of फैसिलिटी और कटो खाने की जो गाड़ियां हैं हमारी, वो हमारे यहाँ सारी जगह अवेलेबल है. द ओनली थिंग इज you have to put a motor onto it. So around in 2000 of expenditure, you can develop it as a spray equipment. The spray equipment for farmers, which they generally use in the agriculture, these are used for classrooms and labs. And wash facility in ground, we can channel is not for human sanitization, but for materials which are coming or vehicles which are coming in the campus. So by these ways, we can easily implement and convert our campus into corona-free campus within an expenditure of around 50,000 to 1 lakh per institute. As far as the location-wise means of disinfection is concerned, at the entry and exit point, we have to have sanitation tunnel. In the classroom and labs and more common places like canteen and buses, we can have mobile UV irradiation facility so that we can have it anywhere and we can just put it on for half an hour within a particular intensity, and it will disinfect the classroom, it will disinfect the lab, canteen and mess. And also we can disinfect the classes at a regular interval, or the lab at regular interval, with a spray of sodium hypochlorite or chloroxylenol or this kind of reagent. And at lab equipment or glasswares, we can use oven and autoclaves, which are generally available at every college. So this is the roadmap of how you can have location-wise disinfection facility. Safety measures at office and accounts. There should be a contactless document and money transfer. The office staff should have a facility to hand sanitize at a regular interval. Repeated cycle of UV sanitation. Whatsoever document, money, or whatsoever you are collecting at the office, you can put it into UV trunk. You can develop it a UV trunk at your own within an expenditure of 500 rupees, and you can put all these money and all this for 15 to 20 minutes for sanitation at an interval of every 2 years to make it safe. Social distancing and individual timing I have discussed earlier that you need to follow. As far as classroom practices are concerned, we can have UV lights over there placed around 400 rupees. Every tube light is there, so you can have in a 90 square meter area, you can have 5-6 lights. You can put it off and put it on for half an hour every 2 hours, 3 hours. You can have outdoor classes with audio facilities if you have a large number of students. These are the trends which are followed by Denmark, UK, Australia, New Zealand, wheresoever colleges are open now, and these are studied from there. As far as rotation of students is concerned, if you have large group of students to cater, you can have 30 students one day in online mode, 30 students in offline mode. So social distancing will be covered. You can have exclusive day for theory and practicals to avoid cross interaction. And if any student or a teacher has chronic disease history, they can prefer online mode. As far as lectures are concerned, you can have short lectures with breaks, half an hour break for intermittent UV sanitization, and mopping coincided with lunch time of every individual class as far as this is concerned. So in this way, you can adopt safe practices at classroom and sanitize it in very low cost manner. As far as laboratory disinfection is concerned, you can have regular disinfection protocol, class wise exclusivity. You can identify 2 or 3 labs, 2 labs per class, and make all experimental facilities for that particular class in those labs only. So there is no cross interaction with other labs. You have to rearrange the facilities in minimum area, need not to open whole of the campus. You have to reassess your area and you have to open the minimum area. Block teaching practices. One day before, you can give a student the online demo or video resources for practicals, and on the day of practical you can have 2 or 3 practicals in continuation, so there is lesser exposure in terms of time for interactive students, and this will reduce the chances of contamination. And then mobile UV irradiation facility, nothing to do with, on a trolley you can fix 4, 5, 6 UV tubes which are available on any electric shop, and you can have it, and then you can place it in any lab or classroom or canteen or mess. You can put it on for half an hour. There should be no human interaction during that particular period because UV rays are harmful for them. And then you can have irradiation of these particular areas there. So by this way, you can have disinfection of laboratory with safe practices to be adopted as far as classes in practicals or labs are concerned. So dear students, dear faculty members and audience, pillars of educational system are university, institute, students, faculty, and staff. And therefore, if we have a coordinated effort, अगर हम सब मिलकर चाहें तो हम कोरोना से लड़ सकते हैं, हम जीत सकते हैं और किसी भी मुश्किल से जीत सकते हैं. इनफैक्ट कामयाबी का जुनून होना चाहिए, फिर मुश्किलों की क्या है औकात. अगर हम सब हो जाएं साथ तो कोरोना क्या, किसी से भी डरने की नहीं है बात. So definitely, if we all are together, if we are all are putting integrative efforts, staff is putting integrative effort, faculty is putting their best efforts, students are getting knowledge in the best possible manner and precautionarily handling all the resources. Institute is taking care of safety and precautions, precautionary measures for students, and university has to adopt and facilitate the students as far as this particular unprecedented time of corona infection is concerned. So in this way, we can obviously deal with this particular challenge, and we can convert our own educational campus, our own college into a corona-free campus as far as this particular practices are concerned. So, what suggestive educational reforms is the need of our? The reforms are clear roadmap at earliest. There is a confusion among students, there is a confusion among parents that whether the classes will open on in offline mode or online mode, whether this particular session or this particular semester we will have classes or not. The university has to take lead and declare conditional that yes, if this will be the situation, we will prefer online mode. If this will be the situation, we will prefer offline mode, and that should be made clear to every student and parents who are visiting or contacting or counseled for admission. Start of class for the next semester at earliest, since we are avoiding the examination. Some universities are taking online examination, some are avoiding the examination to the next level. So if we are avoiding the examination to the next semester or to the safe time, we should start classes of next semester at earliest in order to avoid the loss of the student, and also this will lead to timely deposition of fees by student as far as financial constraints are concerned. And then internal assessment can be performed by online quiz, assignment, MCQs. Every institute are adopting this, so now the practices are very much on. You can extrapolate the performance as far as final semester performance is concerned. You can have a final examination, you can avoid internal examination, and you can have extrapolation of final marks to internal marks also. Final year students should be emphasized on skill development and CV building activities, because they are looking for the jobs, and if they are looking for the job, yes, they have to create skill development, they have to innovate themselves. The universities has to innovate themselves. Universities has to offer them the courses, online courses for CV building activities, skill development, and then only they can support students as far as uh, final year students specifically are concerned. Teaching modules by best of the faculty at a state level. As I told, same syllabus is implemented everywhere in pharmacy, and students should be benefited by class by of best teacher. Existing faculty will also learn and support students in further explanation of the classes taken by this particular experts. Course alignment with online resources, we can identify that half of the courses can be offered through Swayam portal or Diksha portal of the government, or other online open courses resources available globally. These are the quality platforms for education, and if we can offer our student for certification from MOOC or Swayam or Diksha portal, that can be counted in their credits, and that this should be aligned by the university and should be made a part of syllabus to reduce teaching load without academic loss of the student. As far as abroad going students are concerned, they have education at abroad in mind. So I know that BR Nata College of Pharmacy and Mansoor University has some foreign collaboration. So why can't we offer joint certification program with international universities, so that we can effectively implement the strategies to attract more students who wants to go abroad and who wants to join international institutions later on. So you can fetch those students, you can tap those students who are willing to go outside. Even in this particular scenario, people will not prefer to move to higher cities or better cities like Indore or Bhopal like they earlier do. So parents will prefer them to stay at rural side or the colleges nearby. We can have advantage of these kind of situations, and we can have a proper nurturing by universities as far as educational reforms are concerned, and we can take advantage of these conditions for mission admission 2020. As far as suggestive timeline is concerned, these are the suggestive timeline I will suggest for institutes to implement corona free campus. and to overcome the challenge of Mission Admission 2020. In June 2020, you have to implement measures to take corona-free campus. You have to make a brand building of the campus and the counseling of the students that yes, what are the facilities you have created to be safe, to be away from corona in the campus. What about your blended learning and new ways of online learning, flipped learning, these kind of infrastructure what you have created, they should be transferred and disseminated to students and parents by telephonically and social media majorly. In July, UGC is saying that examination of final year may take place, so you can have a videography of those examination with safety measures. You can have existing student feedback video on those particular preventive measures you are taking, and then social media campaigning and counseling will be very important in this particular scenario. As far as August is concerned, new session will start. So you have to have a clear guideline that what we will do, how we can go for online classes, whether we will go for offline classes, in what circumstances we will go for in-campus classes, what circumstances we will go for online classes. We have to do admission confirmation and verification in online mode also we can do it, and later on if a student come to the campus, yes, we can have that particular thing in at the campus also. As far as uh, September is concerned, we can have a follow-up measure according to the situation, and we can revise our strategy as per the need of the hour. So dear friends, uh, as far as this timeline is concerned, we have to act, and we have to act according to the situation. We have to change ourselves, we have to transform ourselves, we have to think differently कि चलो चलिए कि चलना ही जिंदगी की निशानी है, जो थक कर बैठ गए उन्होंने मंजिल कहां पानी है. Dear friends, we have to implement recent strategies, novel strategies, innovative ideas, out of box thinking in order to attract students to our campus in this particular scenario of corona and lockdown. And therefore we have to act. जो पानी से नहाता है वो सिर्फ लिबास बदलता है, लेकिन जो पसीने से नहाता है वो इतिहास बदलता है. तो मैं यही कहना चाहूंगा कि अगर हम सब यानी कि टीचर्स, एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, students or parents चाहें तो we can overcome the problem of corona, we can overcome the problem or challenge faced in this particular situation. We can adopt novel strategies, low cost strategies to make our own campus as a corona free campus as I suggested. And to summarize, we should have multi-pronged strategy for everybody has to put efforts, and we have to build a resilient educational system based on innovative thinking, self-pursuit for creative aspects, and we have to make corona-free campus a reality by our efforts, mindful marketing and tapping of the students at right time in right manner, and then this challenge can turn into opportunity. Dear friends, this is my research team at Maharaja Ranjit Singh Punjab Technical Universities, and we have been blessed with the grant of around 1.5 crore for various research projects, and everybody has to contribute to this fight. And our research team has also contributed to this particular fight. What we have developed is we are providing awareness session for all stakeholders, including students, teachers, and management professionals, so that they can be aware with the practices and preventive measures for corona, guidance document and SOP for disinfection of classrooms, labs, and all other buildings, walls, and even for all stakeholders. Sanitation tunnel and UV disinfection devices we have developed at our own lab with an indigenous low-cost technology and applied for patent. And we are also offering business support for personalized mask and kits to the institution, so that through contract manufacturing personalized kits containing mask, wipes, and the sanitation fluid and all these materials can be supplied along with PPE kits for the institute. These are our recent technologies and product developed at our lab. First is low cost UV rays based disinfection device. This can be implemented at the office and accounts area, and even you can implement it at your home for sanitization of packed food material, sanitization of documents, money, wallet, belt, purse, clothes, and everything at a very cheap cost of around 1000 rupees. And then we have developed a walk-through spray tunnel for mass sanitization. So we can have sanitation spray for equipments, we can have sanitation spray for vehicles, we can have sanitation spray for all material which are coming into the campus. And we have applied patents for both these innovations. These are very low cost approaches. And also we have developed, as per WHO, the human sanitization fluid at our own lab. So you can develop a sanitizer at your own lab in Pharmacy Institute, and you can distribute it to students, you can distribute it to faculty and staff members for their own use. And also we have developed disinfectant concentrates at our lab. Now these concentrate, as per Formula 1, are effective in disinfection of non-living material, metal surfaces, wooden surfaces, vehicles, boxes, containers. And the other formula is used for disinfection of stone floors, wooden floors, tiles, walls, and other alike surfaces. So we have developed these products at our lab, and we are open for technology transfer. We have already transferred this technology to some of the industries as well as educational institute. So everybody has to contribute to this particular scenario of challenge as far as post-COVID era is concerned. And therefore, I must say that we can overcome this particular challenge by integrated effort. And by integrated effort, I want to say at the end कि मत करो मन विचलित अपना, देर अगर जो हो जाए, ऐसा कुछ भी नहीं है जग में जो ना तुमसे हो पाए. ज्ञान अगर हो लक्ष्य का अपने, दृढ़ संकल्प का भान रहे, निश्चित ही सफलता मिल जाएगी, तुम खड़े जो सीना तान रहे. So dear friends, we have to fight these particular odds, and we have to convert this particular odds into ocean of possibilities. And we as a faculty, we as an administrator, we as a management official, we as a team of corona fighters, we as a team to fight this particular challenge, we can overcome any situation. And this is my strong belief that with your competence, commitment, and connection, you have to be consistent to conquer any challenge in life. So this is all about this particular aspect from me. I hope I am in time. Next 5 minutes, I would love to have any questions by winners of the future, that are all the participants. You can throw your questions in the chat box so that we can have answers of those questions. And thank you very much for patientful hearing and wonderful interaction as this particular FDP is concerned. I once again thank Dr. Amit Jain, Shri Narenji Nata, Rahulji Nata, and all management of the B.R. Nata College of Pharmacy and Mansoor University. And thank you so much for inviting me for this particular lecture. Over to you, Dr. Amit Jain, sir.
Yeah, sir, thanks for very informative lecture. It was really informative lectures. We will definitely take precautions post-COVID opening of colleges, and we will take necessary precautions also. We've also prepared disinfectants for students, and we have distributed in community also. तो भाई ये सब आपका प्रेजेंटेशन देखने के बाद हम और अच्छे से इसको करने की कोशिश करेंगे. आपका लेक्चर बहुत ही अच्छा था, बहुत ही इंफॉर्मेटिव था. उसके लिए आपका धन्यवाद. और आपने जो भी हमें कीमती समय दिया उसके लिए एक बार फिर से धन्यवाद. ऑडियंस, अगर कोई क्वेश्चन हो तो बताइए. One question from Mr. Ashish
in the
Singhai.
chat box.
Yeah, one question is there.
Ashish Singhai has asked that is the UV rays disinfection is approved by official. Yes, UV rays disinfection is approved by official, specifically for corona also. National Research Development Council and DRDO has approved it for corona disinfection. so there is no issue. The only thing is you have different time for disinfection of different things. Like if you want to sanitize a particular currency or document, there is only need of 6 minutes. If you want to sanitize a particular packaged food or something like this, you need to have it for 13 minutes. If you want to disinfect class or lab as such, you can have a mobile UV irradiation for 30 minutes, and this is very much effective for as far as specifically corona is concerned. The second question is by
Om Prakash
Dr.
Tamwar.
Sulakhya.
Mr. Om Prakash.
He has told that we need faculty like you in pharmacy profession for motivation. Everybody can do the best, because it's up to you that how you can deliver the best. And then next question is from one of the student. It was asked that how we can if we have any infection, how we can tackle that particular situation. So you have to be in coordination with local health authorities, and you have to be in coordination with them. If any particular case of corona comes within the campus, you have to transfer it to the local health facilities, and also you have to trace the context. And therefore I told that specifically classroom has to be earmarked for one particular class, labs has to be earmarked, so that there is no cross contamination chances. You have to have the quarantine area in your own campus. You have to have a regular checkup. And let me tell you very interesting fact about corona. 70% of the patients who are suffering from corona do not require any specialized treatment. And as far as a recent study in India is concerned, yesterday only Niman's director has said that by December, 50% of the population of India will be suffered from corona, but 90% of them will not have any symptom of corona or any ill effect on health due to immunity development. So we have to work on immunity. We had infection of SARS virus, we had infection of influenza virus, we have infection of bird flu, we have infection of viruses in last 20 years, so many infections, but we have overcome. And that's why the importance of immunity comes into picture. If you adopt immunity improvement practices, I think anybody can conquer corona. As far as survival rate is concerned, we are very high. Throughout the globe it is very high, and it depends on immunity. And as far as Indian context is concerned, हमारी तो वैसे भी immunity ज़्यादा है, because we are faced to so many immunity breaches in our routine life. So that is very important to bring up your immunity, lessen up your stress, and you can have it easily. Any more question, Dr. Amit?
I think
Amit Jain,
one
sir?
question from Mr. Kunji Vihari. Why there is a lack of mindset of entrepreneurship among pharmacy professionals?
Yes, that is very true. Lack of entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship does not come with any course or with any, it's a state of mind actually. अगर आप ये सोचते हैं कि आप कुछ इनोवेटिव कर सकते हैं, और अगर आप ये सोचते हैं कि उस इनोवेशन को मैं खुद सपोर्ट करके आगे बढ़ सकता हूँ, because what happens when you are in a safe job, when you are in a secured job, you need not to take risk. And जब आप रिस्क नहीं लेते तो आप आगे नहीं बढ़ सकते हैं. दैट इज द बॉटम लाइन. इफ यू वांट टू एक्सेल, यू हैव टू टेक रिस्क, एंड एंटरप्रेन्योरशिप इज ए टोटल रिस्क. You have to believe in your idea. Like as I explained that at our lab only within a span of 15 days, we have developed 4 technologies or products, and we are transferring it to industries. So in that way, you have to think innovatively, and this is nothing a rocket science. You have to think innovatively, and that's all. So you have to nurture that in your mind. कहते हैं ना कि जुगाड़ हमारे सबकी जिंदगी में है, और अगर जुगाड़ हमारी जिंदगी में है तो हम इंटरप्रेन्योर तो हैं, बट द प्रॉब्लम इज कि हम उसको अपने सेल्फ बिलीफ पर लेकर उसको फॉलो नहीं करते हैं. अगर हम उसको पैशनेटली फॉलो करें तो डेफिनेटली हम जो है बहुत अच्छे से इंटरप्रेन्योरशिप कर सकते हैं.
One question is also there, sir. Which type of marks are more safe, N95 or simple, for students in campus or classroom?
For students, you can even do not apply mask. You can apply any cloth. See, the basic idea of corona infection is it cannot get spread by air. ये ड्रॉपलेट्स के थ्रू जब आपके हाथ पर या किसी ऑर्गन पर आता है तो आपके नाक, कान और मुंह तक अगर ये नहीं पहुंचता है तो आप इन्फेक्ट नहीं होंगे, और उसके बाद भी 5 दिन ये आपके थ्रोट और नोज में हार्बर करता है, इंक्यूबेशन पीरियड होता है, जिसके कारण इनके सिम्टम्स अराउंड 5 to 14 डेज नहीं आते। तो आप अगर एक सिंपल कपड़ा भी लगा लेते हैं तो भी अगर आप हाथ से नाक, कान, मुंह को टच नहीं कर रहे हैं, you will not get infected by corona. You can disinfect your hands by soap, you can disinfect your hands by sanitizer, and you will not get affected by corona. N95 masks are, as far as these are concerned, these are specifically used by the persons who are handling patients directly, or susceptible persons or suspects of corona. So N95 masks are there, required there. In house, there is no need of putting up mask unless and until somebody is suffering from cough, sneezing, or something like this. So in normal routine life, in campus, you can have normal mask or even a cloth around your nose and eyes, and that way you can have
गोयल सर 5 मिनट में
be
लगाता हूँ
safe
कॉल
from
आपको, है ना,
corona.
2 मिनट में।
Another question from Dr. Mahendra Rana is, kindly elaborate on the spray tunnel, especially in wake of WHO that discourage it. Spray tunnels, WHO is saying that you should not spray hypochlorite or chloroxylenol or benzalkonium chloride containing concentrates on human, because it is not so it is affecting human skin badly, and therefore WHO has discouraged the use of spray tunnel for human disinfection. But for equipments, for containers coming inside, for vehicles, you can always use, and you should preferred use a sanitization tunnel with a hypochlorite solution as recommended by WHO. Therefore, you can always use it, but not for human purpose. Even for that sake, if you are using UV disinfection, you have to be remained out. There should be no direct exposure of UV rays to your hand or eyes or skin, and therefore you can put it on in the classroom, in the lab, in the trunk. You can put it on for a specified period, be away, and then go back, put it off, and then you can enter at any time. So this is where you can use it as far as UV also is concerned.
Okay, sir.
Nutan Desai asked, what about non-symptomatic corona cases in campus? Yes, there is a harbor period of 5 to 10 days, and there is a chance. But if we have followed a quarantine period of 14 days for every student, and we are having a regular checkup in the campus, then I think there is a very less chance of developing any student to corona. If students are also following the guidelines strictly, they are not going outside, they are not meeting with the people who can be suspected, they are not meeting with the new people. If you are in campus, you can be safe, and that we have to understood. If we can understand that, yes, we can overcome this particular situation of asymptomatic student also. Mansi Singh has asked that how will we manage student in classroom, because there are more students and less chairs. So how we can maintain social distancing? Mansi, a practical solution is half of the batch can be online and half of the batch can be offline on the same day, and the next day the alternate comes, so they can easily maintain safe distance, and they can put their questions, they can elaborate it. You can have 5 minutes for clarification of the doubts of the last class, and alternatively this will reduce the load on the students also, and you can maintain social distancing in the class also. I think I have answered most of the questions.
Okay, sir. Thanks a lot, Dr. Ashish Baldi, for this nice and very informative session. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.